This silence is awkward, isn't it? Okay, I see we started. Let me just test the audio while I... Yep, I hear it. I heard me sniff. So it's been a while since I last did a shiny hunt stream, even though we don't really ever get anything from these. It's 10:05 p.m. I'm a little late. On May 21st, I'm a couple minutes late because I had to go monitor the stovetop. You know, I kind of don't want my house to burn down. So, as you can see, we are hunting for Shaymin. I know the Shaymin event came out, what? Well, the game hasn't even been out for a year, so I can't say a year ago. Came out, I don't know, 5 months ago? No, more like 6. So guys, listen to me. Listen to me. Alright? These are all the shinies that I have gotten since, I actually checked. The last time I did a shiny hunt stream was for Registeel. And that was at the way beginning. Because first I did these 3, and then I did these 3. Mostly because everything else is locked behind the Regis. You must catch the Regis before you can shiny hunt anything else. That isn't Sinnoh based. Excuse me. So yeah, this is my infamous Articuno that I spent 16 days hunting legitimately. This one took 7 days. This one took 6 days and 2 failed attempts. So here are all my shinies. Oh yeah, this stupid Regice here took me 3 weeks to get, and I almost soft reset over it. Only thing that saved me was having my volume on. I heard the sparkles as I hit the home button to almost reset, and then I'm like, wait a second, that's it. I heard the sparkles. You know, for the entire 3 weeks, I was thinking to myself, I'm probably gonna notice it. I got my brightness way up. My eyes are glued to the screen. I'll probably notice it. And the one time I wasn't paying attention with the sound on, thankfully, I got it. And this one, I believe, took me 298 eggs. And obviously right here, this one's Shaymin and Arceus, which I don't have yet. God bless audio. Yep. So I don't need to restart or reset the game for Shaymin. I can just run down and run back up and Shaymin will respawn. As of right now, I am on day 9 of hunting this little bitch. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Sorry about that, folks. My mom was telling me something. Now, people might question me, like, how did you get all those shinies so quickly? Did you hack the game? Listen to me. No, I did not hack the game. I don't hack games. Not only do I not like to, I don't know how to. I use what's called the blink method, where, well, I already explained previously. And that's how I managed to get all these shinies legit. It is RNG manipulation, but it's not hacking. I didn't go into the game's code and force it to give me a shiny. I basically just used a program to tell me when a shiny is gonna happen, when a shiny is gonna come, and then I just timed the encounter right. I just timed it to encounter when the shiny spawns. You can call that illegitimate, but to me it counts. Which, let's be honest, if I did all this hunting legit, I would probably be on... Well, let's be generous. At this point, I'd probably be around here. Nowhere near the Sinnoh ones. You lucky this game was made in Unity? Hell yeah. Now, because I used the blink method for a good majority of these, that also raises a question. Why aren't you doing that for Shaymin? Well, let me answer you. Shaymin is ungodly difficult to hunt, even with the blink method. I've been using the method for 9 days now, and I still can't get it. So at this point, it's like, screw it, I may as well just hunt it legit. You know what, it's okay. It's been a long time since I did a legit hunt. Except for Fion, which took me, I think, 2 days to get, because I used the Masuda method. So it only took me just under 300 eggs. It took me 298. Now that doesn't mean the blink method guarantees you shinies. Well, it does, but it doesn't mean it'll work every time. Because a couple of the things that I hunted using the method was very difficult to do as well. For example, like aside from Shaymin, which is, let's be honest, the toughest out of everything that I'm going for right now, Regigigas was very difficult to do. Also Heatran was, but not to the level of Regigigas. Giratina was a pain as well. Darkrai was also a pain. You know, actually, it felt like Cresselia was easier than all of them. Oh, actually, Cresselia felt kind of like on the same level as Darkrai. So yeah, another reason why I'm doing this tonight and doing another shiny hunt stream again is cause, well, normally what I would be doing right now is Legends Arceus, but I ain't prepared to stream that yet. Cause last time I streamed it, I was doing the Forces in Nature, which to get Enamorous I need to get all 3 of the other ones Dex entries completed, which I didn't do yet. As of this moment, I haven't finished that yet, mostly because I spent all day trying to get the Shaymin. So I'll more than likely stream that tomorrow. And also, the next stream I do of Legends Arceus will probably be the penultimate episode. And the next one I do will probably, and that one will probably be shorter as well, since there's only like one more thing I plan to do. And then the actual finale of that game won't come for a while, because I'm not anywhere close to finishing the Pokédex. So yeah, that might take a while for me to get the last one out. So yeah, this is sort of a makeup for what's coming tomorrow. Because that one, not only is it late, because I'm not prepared to do it yet, also, more than likely, it's going to be rather short, because I only have one thing to do. Then again, who knows? Knowing me, I may probably take like an hour or two getting one simple task done. So yeah, that's why I'm doing Shaymin now, not only because I can't get it, but I'm also not prepared to stream the other game I usually stream. I want this Shaymin shiny so badly. I've been at this for so long. But then again, I've had longer hunts. You know, Regice took me 3 weeks. At least this shiny's noticeable. But god damn it, I'm so annoyed by Shaymin. Now that doesn't mean that a burp. That doesn't mean that I won't still try at least to use the blink method. Normally what I do is during the day I just do a couple hours of the blink method, and if I can't get it, if I give up, then I'm just like, you know what, let me take a break and let me just try hunting it legit, because you never know. It'd be great if I got it at all. Once again, you gotta remember the shiny hunting motto. You do it until you get it. You don't stop until you get it. If you're also wondering why I have Bayonet out first, I got the trick here. Is it holding a Lepa Berry? Yes, it is. I feel like I won't need to Lepa Berry and harvest this, because it is actually pretty easy to catch. I've tried it. But better safe than sorry, right? Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So for the next little while, we're just gonna sit here and do this exact same thing over and over, because that's shiny hunting for you. You know, there's actually a handful of other Pokemon that I actually want to shiny hunt in this game, but I've clearly been too occupied hunting all the other mythicals and legendaries, which I'm not even done yet, because I still got this and Arceus left, and then I can go hunt other stuff. Okay, let's move on from Shaymin and talk about something else. Now you can see the title, it says Hurricane. Now what the hell does that mean? Well, another reason why I wanted to play this tonight is so I can talk about this as soon as possible. You know, so it's not outdated. That's because the day I'm playing this, today, and a small hurricane actually hit my area. I believe it was a hurricane, because that's what people told me. So it happened early today, around like 1 p.m. I believe. I was at work, and I heard across the mall so many alerts ringing on people's phones. There was actually a need for an emergency alert on people's phones. It used the same sound as an Amber Alert. So I heard across the mall so many phones get that message, get that sound on their phone. So when I checked my phone, it said severe thunderstorm warning. So then I opened up my weather app on my phone, and yeah, it said from I think 1 to 2 p.m. a very high chance of thunderstorming. And I'm like, okay, bring it on. I like it when it thunderstorms during the day, because that never really happens. Thunderstorms don't happen very often in general as is, but they don't happen during the daytime at all. It happens more during night than day. So I like it whenever it happens during the daytime. But this was no ordinary storm. This was an actual hurricane. Now, I was at work when this happened, so it didn't really affect me. Well, not really. I looked outside, I looked through the windows, and I saw just how high the wind was. I also saw my lights in my store flicker. A coworker of mine said he walked around the mall and he saw that a lot of stores had lost power. Now luckily, I didn't lose power at the store. I only had my lights flicker a bit. And you know what? A lot of my friends actually told me that they lost power. One of my friends said he lost not only power, but Wi-Fi and cable as well. I seem to be pretty lucky. Not only did I not lose power at work, but at home, right now, me playing this, home has power, has Wi-Fi, cable works, everything seems fine for me. A couple of my friends, like I said, told me that they lost power. I think one of my friends is still out of power. So I just thought it was a regular thunderstorm, but no, it turns out it was a hurricane. On my way home from work, I didn't understand what the Chinese radio was saying, but my parents did. First of all, they listened and they translated it to me. They told me 3 people died from the storm. That's crazy. Because from my perspective, this storm was rather quick. The forecast on my phone said from like 1 to 2 p.m. Now, I don't know if that means like 2:59 p.m. or if the storm only lasted 1 hour. But from my perspective, the storm didn't really last any more than like 30 to 45 minutes. Even less than that. Then again, I was inside. I didn't really hear much thunder and lightning. Lightning's the light, because it has the word light in it. Yeah, so thunder's the sound. I didn't hear much thunder, and I didn't see much lightning. Then again, it might be harder to see because it was daytime. But yeah, the storm, to me, didn't seem that bad. But then I saw the results of the storm, the aftermath, on my way back home from work. On my way back, I saw so many trees toppled, fences were broken. And then, in my driveway, I noticed pieces of roof everywhere. Now, luckily, it doesn't seem like any pieces of my roof flew off, but I noticed some missing panels on my neighbors' houses, on their roofs. So yeah, it does seem like my area got hit by a quick hurricane today. You know, I'm just thankful nobody I know got hurt. Got affected in a big way. You know, RIP to these 3 unfortunate people. Now, from what I hear, 3 people passed. My friend confirmed 2 of them, but he wasn't sure about if there was a 3rd. Which really surprised me too, because like I said, the storm seems like it was really quick to me. But I think the news said they died from falling trees? One of my friends, he said he saw a trampoline fly to the streets. You know how you see those videos online, an actual trampoline being pulled by the wind? Well, he saw that IRL. He also showed me dash cam footage because he was actually driving during the storm. Now, even before you question, because I did too, I was like, why were you driving during this? He told me he went grocery shopping. And then I asked him, alright, why didn't you leave immediately after you got the alert? He told me on his way from the grocery shop, or grocery store, he ordered takeout. So he had to pick that up first and then go home. And then, you know, it seems like when he was driving home, that's when the carnage happened. You know, I'm just glad he's safe. But yeah, he showed me his dash cam footage. There was like toppled trees everywhere. I even saw the trampoline he was talking about. So yeah, that's it's kind of crazy because, you know, I don't know if it's just my area, but I don't think Canada gets hit by hurricanes that often. I could be wrong though. I don't know much about geography or weather or even temperature. I can only imagine like how my dogs were like at home. They heard all the noise outside, they were barking, but yet they were just alone at home because we were all at work. And also, during the day, during the storm, the forecast said there was a high chance of rain tonight. Well, right now, outside, it's only cloudy. Let me check the weather again right now. Okay, I see right now. Right now, it is cloudy on my forecast. It says 11 p.m., 80% rain. 12 a.m., 70% rain. And then it's cloudy from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. 5 a.m., 50% rain. Ooh, it's a high chance of raining tomorrow morning. I see 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., 70 to 80%. 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., 90%. 11 a.m. is when it begins to slow down. Because I see 1 p.m. tomorrow, 40% rain. But then again, you know, the weather gets more accurate the closer we get. Speaking of which, you want to hear another misconception I once believed? I've been talking about misconceptions at my other stream, and I think this is the one I forgot to mention. You know, my shift at work got canceled because they didn't have power. And you know what, actually? My sister right now, she's actually out with her friends, celebrating her birthday. Way too quick. Not quick, but way too soon. Because right now, her birthday isn't for another... over another week. But her friends are busy. This is when all their schedules work out, so whatever. So yeah, she was actually concerned, like, do I have to cancel because it's gonna rain tonight? Well, doesn't seem like that wasn't a concern, because it's not raining. But yeah, another misconception I once believed in. Nobody told me this. It was just a kid's imagination. My imagination. So every night, to this day, my parents still watch the news, and every day the news would actually tell you the weather for the upcoming week. So I don't need to say for example, but you know, the news would tell like the weather for tonight, the rest of the night, and then tomorrow, the next day, until the week, until the week ends. And then the next day, the news would tell the same thing. Like, it would just keep on telling the weather for 7 days outward. What I thought as a kid was, say the news gave us the weather for the next week, and then the next day they would give us the weather again. What I thought was, okay, so today they gave us the weather for this week. Tomorrow they will give us the weather for next week. And then 2 days from now, they'll give us the weather for 2 weeks from now. Like, I thought the weather just kept on building. And they were just able to predict the weather, like, weeks ahead. And I'm just like, when's it ever gonna stop? You just keep on telling me the weather for, like, 50 years from now. And then I really quickly realized, wait a second, they're not telling me the weather for the next week. They're not just stacking on the weather reports. I don't know if the way I explained that even makes any sense. Like, I just thought the weather that they were reporting just kept on stacking. They just kept on telling us the weather further and further ahead in the future, instead of just, you know, updating us as we go. Updating us for the current week we're in. I don't know, I had a lot of misconceptions as a kid that I once believed in, even for a short while. You know, here's another quick story. So when I got home from work, I saw that my dog's water bowl was almost empty. So as I was reaching to grab the bowl to refill it with some water, I noticed there was not a scorpion, I almost said scorpion for some reason. I noticed there was a centipede underneath the bowl, and my flight response kicked in. You know, the fight or flight response? My flight response kicked in. So I jumped up and I bounced away. I just hopped backwards, like, no, let me back up for a second. As I was screaming, you know, pulling my hand further away. I really did scream too. So what I did was I went ahead and grabbed my usual bug catching jar. The jar I capture any kind of bugs or pests in my house. You know, because I don't have the heart to kill them. Nor would I be brave enough to get close enough to kill them. You know, I trapped ants with this jar, one spider so far, a ton of centipedes, and I bring them outside. You know, they're not harming anything, except for other bugs. With the case of spiders. But, you know, not in my house. So yeah, luckily this centipede was, I would say, very cooperative, I guess. I got it into the jar relatively quick. And I brought it outside. And, you know, once again, it freaks me out thinking, in my hand, you know, the power of the sun in the palm of my hand. In my hand is a jar with a centipede inside. It freaks me out thinking, there's only, like, not even 2 millimeters of glass separating this insect from my body. So, you know, because it was sealed inside the jar, I took a look at it just to creep myself out of curiosity. And I'm like, is this centipede kind of pink? I saw, like, little pink spots on it, and it's like, is it, like, does it have, like, silver parts to its body? Did it just molt, maybe? Well, I took it across the street. I basically brought it to my neighbor's lawn, and I let it out. Once again, I don't have the heart to kill it, nor am I brave enough to. Because, you know, they're innocent creatures. They don't deserve to die just because, you know, wrong place, wrong time. I, the predator, spotted them, so they have to die for honestly no reason. You know, I always feel guilty whenever I was too much of a pussy to deal with them myself. So I called my family to deal with them, and they just kill them with no remorse. And then, you know, they would question me, like, why did you put it in a jar? Just spray it with some bug spray. Just spray it with some Raid bug spray. Just like how a little while ago, you know, because it's springtime now, there's a bunch of ants in the house. Next to my dog's food bowl was like a whole colony of ants. And I used my bug jar and I picked up every last one I could find and I brought them all back outside. And once they were all gone, then I put some bug spray there. I don't like bugs. I don't like springtime. One of my friends actually got sick. He got a cold because of the shifting temperature. It also seemed like the pollen in the air really affected him too. You know what I kind of wish I have right now? Some cranberry juice. Not a Sprite cranberry. But I say that only because I recently bought some cranberry juice. But I don't have any right now. Now, I didn't know this about cranberries or cranberry juice, but according to my mom, cranberry juice, like, helps clean your urinary tract. I don't know if that's the case. So much gas. Aside from that, I just like cranberry juice, you know. All right. So we talked about the hurricane. Let's talk about the next topic, which I know one of my pals is excited to talk about, if you're still listening. But we're going to talk about some Bakugan right now. So you guys know how I collect amiibos? Well, homie of mine, he collects Bakugan. Now, Bakugan was the shit back in the day. And I'm actually old enough to say that. Back in my day, we collected Bakugans. You know, there were certain things that my generation collected and played with as kids. You know, not only did we have Bakugans, we also had Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Beyblades. There was others. I'm trying to remember what else there was. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but remember Silly Bands? So, homie of mine, he started buying some Bakugans recently. You know, he wants to sell me a couple of them. Or rather, the ones he don't want, he's willing to sell me, because I also like Bakugans. Or rather, I like the toys. You know, I enjoyed Season 1 of the show, but I fell off. I never finished the series. Which I do plan to go back and finish one day. One day. But yeah, it's kind of just like Pokemon. If you fell off, you'll be kind of confused if you try jumping back in. Like, if Pokemon fans didn't... I don't know. Pokemon fans, they hated Black and White and they're like, I'm done with the series. And they haven't kept up since then. If they joined back now, they would have Mega Evolutions, Z Crystals, Dynamax, regional forms, all these absurd methods to evolve. Looking at you, Galarian Yamask. And also looking at you, Sirfetch'd. It's like, wow, there's a lot of Pokemon here, a lot of content or concepts that I'm not familiar with. So yeah, that's kind of me right now. Because, you know, there's a bunch of Bakugan toys that I would like to have again. Because I did have a bunch as a kid, but I lost a good majority of them. And there were ones that I always wanted, but never got. So yeah, he willing to sell me a good number of them. In fact, he just sent me earlier tonight a potential listing that's like 550 bucks, and we get an absolute crap ton of toys. Like, there's so many of them. You know, in the picture there was like a Bakugan launcher that seemed to be Japan exclusive. I asked, is that a Bakugan dildo? He's like, no, that's a Bakugan launcher, Japan only. So I took a look at the picture, which had an absolute ton of Bakugan in it, and I begin to notice a few things in that picture. I'm like, do I see pink Bakugan? And is one of them purple? I didn't mention the yellow Bakugan. But yeah, it's like, when did all this happen? Since when was Bakugan pink? Hey, I do like the yellow ones, though. You know, I see, like, yellow adds a nice hint of color to Bakugan. And also, something I don't like about the new Bakugan, because I've seen the toys when walking by at, like, Walmart. Why the new Chaos got blue? That's not what Chaos is meant to be. Chaos is meant to be white and yellow. Why the new Chaos white and blue? We already got a blue, that's Aqua's. We don't need no more blue. Now, I'm fine with, say, Ventus being changed. Back then it was more like a... what's the word? What's the color I'm looking for? Turquoise. I was thinking teal. Back then, the Ventus looked more like a green turquoise, but they changed it to look genuinely green. Do I like it? No, but I'm fine with it. Well, I don't want to say I don't like it. It's like, I can accept it. Not a big fan of it, but I can accept it. But Chaos, no. I do not accept the white with blue. You know what really intrigued me, though? Like, this is around the time I fell off of Bakugan. The Bakugan that are not spheres. The Bakugans that are actually different shapes. I think they're called traps. I had a handful of them. I lost one of them. Actually, no, I lost an actual good amount of them. But one of them that I really liked, I think it was that scorpion one. I lost it at school. And I never, you know, I obviously never found it, but I never rebought it. I never purchased it again, which brings the question, why haven't I? I know there's some ultra rare Bakugans out there. And I also saw online the Bakugan X Marvel. The Marvel Bakugans. You know what? I would love to collect Bakugans, but I know the completionist in me would never be satisfied. Because you have to think. There are some ultra rare and extremely expensive ones out there that I'll honestly never get my hands on. And also, the completionist in me, like I said, wants everything. But that can't happen. Because, you know, there are 6 attributes for Bakugan. So each Bakugan, I don't want to say each, but most Bakugan have 6 different color variations. And it's like, well, I'm never gonna collect 6 of everything, let alone the rare ones that don't have color variations. And some rare ones that do. Maybe they're the same attribute, but just have a different color palette. It's like, I can't collect everything. You know, I'm not Elon Musk rich. Which, believe me, if I was as rich as he was, I would buy so much shit. Maybe not buy Twitter, but still. I would buy a lot of stuff. And you know what? Even if I were a completionist, even if I was able to collect everything in Bakugan, they just keep on releasing more. Like the new Chaos with the blue I mentioned. That means I would have to put those in my collection. Which, you know, a part of me actually likes having the new stuff in my collection along with the old stuff. For example, the amiibos. You know, the first wave amiibos compared to the ones we get now. But, you know, I can't collect everything. The best I can do is collect the ones I want. Just like Funko Pops. I can't collect every Funko Pop that exists. Not even the most hardcore Funko Pop fans out there have done that. I believe there's a channel out there called Top Pops? Or is that it? Yeah, Top Pops. He makes a lot of Funko Pop videos, and I doubt even he has every Funko Pop in existence. It's part of the reason why I also stopped collecting Hot Wheels. Because I used to collect that as a kid too. Because I realized I can't collect every single one that exists. I also can't collect all the ones I want, because they'll just keep on making more that I want. At least with amiibos, there's a set number of them that exist. So I can collect all of them. At least the ones that the general public have access to. Talking about you, gold and silver Monster Hunter amiibos that were given out as prizes for competitions. You know, I, the general consumer, am able to get my hands on, say, a gold Mega Man amiibo. Even though it's extremely rare. I mean, I do have it. I genuinely have it. all sealed as well. Spent $100 on it, like $100 clean. When I found it at a stand at like a street fair kinda, I asked how much for this. The dude said $100, and because I was still a kid at the time, I'm like, cool, let me call my dad, and he'll pay for it. And he did, and now I have a gold Mega Man amiibo still sealed in box with the game and everything. But you know what a lot of people might be sleeping on, though, in terms of collections? McDonald's toys. Because if you ask me, McDonald's toys, they count. You know, the only times when I buy Hot Wheels now is either there's actually one I just passed by and I actually like, so I'll pick it up, or McDonald's toys. If McDonald's has Hot Wheels again, I will gain like 20 pounds buying all them Happy Meals and eating all of them just to get the toys. Same goes for Pokemon cards too. I stopped collecting Pokemon cards because I realized I was spending way too much money on kids' kids' cardboard. And I'm just getting the same cards over and over. So I stopped collecting the cards. But if they have McDonald's Pokemon cards, I will try my damnedest to get them all. So, recently, or somewhat recently, I saw that I looked up how many McDonald's toys were Bakugan. I found a website, McDonald's Happy Meal. No, it's like Kids Meal Fandom or whatever. It's a wiki that has all the McDonald's toys ever listed too. I saw 2 sets of Bakugan toys. I don't even remember which sets I bought off of eBay, because I did buy them back on eBay. But the thing is, I'm confused because I see a 3rd set. Now, I know different parts of the world have different toys, to my disappointment, because that means some toys that I want, I can't get, and I can't even get them online. And you know what? I made a mistake a few months ago. A friend of mine sent me a link to an eBay listing that has almost all Bakugan toys from this 2013 set, I think. 2013 McDonald's set, toy set, but there was one missing, so I didn't buy it, and now I regret it. There was only one missing, and I should have bought it. I could have just looked up and bought that last one that the listing didn't have. Now I have to look around and find someone else selling it, or I just have to wait until someone else puts up a listing. You know, I did learn my lesson very, very long ago. You know, if I have money, if I can afford it, and it's available, what I'm looking for is available, like it's being sold, I'll purchase it right then and there. You know, if I can afford it, and it's up for sale, I'll pick it up right then and there. Because I learned my lesson. If I wait, and I say I'll buy it later on, or I can get it next time, someone else gonna pick it up. I did learn my lesson. I did learn that lesson long ago. But it seems like the message still hasn't clicked in my mind. Because I missed my chance to buy that McDonald's set off of eBay. Even though it was missing one. It had most of it. It was literally missing one, and I chose not to buy it. Now I learned my lesson. If I see something that I want and I can't afford it, I'll just pick it up right then and there. I mean, I haven't really been buying anything lately, so I can afford to spend a little bit, go on a tiny little, you know, buying spree. So how's everyone doing? Nobody listening to me ramble no more? Well, now I'm out of things to talk about. I don't know, let me know in the comments, what are you guys hunting right now? Even if you're watching this in the future, still leave a comment, let me know, what are you hunting? So recently there was the trailer, Hunting Bakugan. Nice. So recently there was a trailer for the multiverses. Looking pretty good. I love the fact that Ultra Instinct Shaggy was originally a meme, and now it's official. Sometimes you just love the internet. You know, sometimes you give what the fans want, and everyone's happy. Looking at you, Marvel. Thank you for bringing Daredevil back, along with Kingpin. Memes aren't just dreams, hell yeah. You know what meme does apply to us, though? What meme actually is reality for people like me? No bitches. So yeah, I'm excited to go and pick up Multiverses whenever it comes out. I have Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. I actually only played it one time, and I never played it again. It's just because I can't get used to the controls. It's free? Cool. But yeah, I just don't like the controls for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. That's not necessarily the game's fault, that's more my fault. Because I'm so used to the controls for Smash. For Smash, what I do is I actually use the left analog stick. That's what I do to jump. But for Nickelodeon, you actually have to push a button to jump. Now that's also the case for Smash, but it's optional. You have the buttons or the analog stick to jump. Nickelodeon, there's no way to change your button mapping. I know the Switch has button mapping options, but you know you can't exactly change the options for the analog stick. You can only change it to which controller. Like you can do left analog stick to function like a right controller. So I don't like that you have to push a button to jump. So I haven't really been playing the game. I still supported it though, because I love the concept. Thank you, Smash, for inspiring so many games like this. And you know what? Recently, let's see how outdated this will become. Recently, we got a trailer for Jenny, Hugh, and one more character I'm unfamiliar with. Jenny, she actually had a line in the game that was a nod to the NSFW video. The parody. There was actually a line in the game that was reference to the porn parody made of My Life as a Teenage Robot. At first I saw it on Twitter and I'm like, that's Photoshop, that can't be real, right? And then a few days later I saw news that it was being removed from the game and I'm like, wait a second, that's actually real. Like someone I saw tweeted like, we had something beautiful and you ruined it. Dang, I would have loved to have that been kept in the game. I still can't believe they actually put that in the game. Like they're fully aware that that parody exists. Not only are they aware it's real and it exists, they actually put a nod to it in their video game. Now, I don't really have many characters that I really desperately want in either Nickelodeon or Multiverses. You know, unlike Smash, where there's a plethora of video game characters I would love to see join one day. Well, aside from, like, Fairly Odd Parents characters joining Nickelodeon, and also maybe Jimmy Neutron. It's hilarious that, it's hilarious that they put Hugh Neutron first. They put his dad because of the memes. And for Multiverses, that's a Warner Brothers thing. You know, in the trailer, when that girl popped up next to Bugs Bunny, I'm like, who is that? So I looked it up. That's something Stark. I forget her name. Arla? What was her name? Arya. That's it. Arya Stark. So I'm like, where the hell is she from? Oh, she's from Game of Thrones. I never watched Game of Thrones, at least not yet. I don't know if I ever will. It's like, no wonder I didn't recognize her. She kind of reminded me something out of, like, How to Train Your Dragon. Or maybe Avatar. Yeah, I didn't know who Arya Stark was. I haven't seen Game of Thrones. But yeah, Ultra Instinct Shaggy is like the funniest thing ever. They put Velma in there too. You know what I don't like about the character selections for either Nickelodeon or Multiverses? Now, Smash kind of did the same thing, but we can excuse Smash just a little bit because it's Smash. And they're kind of picking just random characters. Now, Smash, they typically put like huge gaming icons in it. Very rarely do they actually pick a random character from a game. You know, a game where the character that's in Smash isn't the main character. Off the top of my head, I can think of Min Min, because Springman's the main character Or like even the mascot for ARMS. Trying to think who else was that case. Kinda Kazuya, cause Heihachi's more recognizable for Tekken. But Kazuya's pretty recognizable too. I don't know anything about Fatal Fury, so Terry Bogard has no problem with me. I can only assume for Hero. Luminary makes sense, because as of this moment, or as of the moment of Smash Ultimate, it was Final Fantasy. It was Dragon Quest 11. I think that was the most recent game, or most recent iteration of Dragon Quest. But the other heroes, I guess they picked them because they were the most popular out of all the heroes. You know, for example, like Mario, all the Mario characters, they're like the most iconic Mario characters there are. We don't talk about Waluigi. Or at least Sakurai doesn't talk about Waluigi. So yeah, it's like the characters from a series, either they're the main character or the entire series' main characters is in the game. Say Nickelodeon, they put Hugh before Jimmy Neutron. In Multiverses, they put Shaggy and Velma. They didn't put the rest of the Scooby Gang. Like, they're just picking random characters out of groups. Now Shaggy it makes sense, but out of all the 5 characters, Velma, not Scooby. It's just a nitpick of mine. Just mine alone. Nobody else feels this way. But let me think. Is there any other Warner Brothers characters I would love to see in Multiverses? The most WB content I know about is DC. Of course, they have the Holy Trinity being Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. They also threw in Harley Quinn because of how popular she is. I don't know, I guess I would love to see Flash. Like, they would probably pick the most popular characters. Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman. But aside from, you know, DC characters from WB, I don't know. They already included Looney Tunes. Well, that's all I got. One of my friends hilariously suggested they should put in LeBron James. And I'm like, yes. Have him throw Sprite cranberries as a move. If there's one thing if there's one thing I want to see in this lifetime, is a game where an official game where we can see LeBron James using Sprite cranberries as a weapon versus Ultra Instinct Shaggy. If that becomes reality, I can die a happy man. Give me an official game. LeBron James' main weapon of choice is Sprite cranberries, fighting Ultra Instinct Shaggy. Give me that video game and I will be the happiest man ever. I'll be the happiest gamer ever. How about that? Alright, I'm at the hour mark, so I'm gonna end this soon. Mostly because I also ran out of things to say. I also need to go work out, wash my hair, go to bed. Oh, you know what crossover I would absolutely love to see? You know how Sakurai said he only wants video game characters in Smash? No comic book characters, no movie characters. You know what I mean? Well, Multiverses is a Smash-like game. Multiverses has an original character. It actually seems like it's gonna have a couple of original characters. But the most... Well, I don't want to say the most prominent, but the first one is Rain Dog. I want to see Rain Dog in Smash, because it's a video game original character. From another Smash-like game. Give me that. Put Rain Dog in the next Smash game. I still think it's probably still a little too soon to be talking about the next Smash game. You know how I imagine the next Smash game opens up? Kinda like how they did Ridley, but with Waluigi. People were asking for Ridley for so long. Well, Sakurai gave us Ridley. He even showed it off as, you know, when they were showing off the game to make it even more hype. A character you've wanted for so long, here you go. With this new game, it's hard to explain. But I can see Sakurai doing exactly that again with Waluigi. And the way I can see it, I can see him even using Ridley in the trailer as a nod to the previous purple character that people really wanted and have been asking for years. I don't know, I can assume it's like a follow, or a continuation of the Ridley reveal trailer. Ridley kicks Samus's ass, and then out of nowhere Waluigi shows up, kicks Ridley's ass. If that actually happens one day, I called it. You're hearing it first here, folks. I called it. And even if it doesn't happen, well, it was like a 1 in 1 million shot. But yeah, I can totally see Waluigi being the advertising, the thing that makes people super hyped for a new game's reveal. Exactly what Ridley did. Like, that's actually a fight that I want to see in Smash. For myself, Ridley versus Waluigi. Two purple villains that fans have wanted so badly for so many years, and they're finally in this game. That's what I want to see. I want to see Ridley versus Waluigi. And one day it will happen. Even if Sakurai isn't the game director anymore, one day someone, whoever directs Smash, will do it. Unless Nintendo decides to, you know, retire the series. Which, why would they do that? It's a money printer for them. Can you guys imagine if Nintendo ever ends Smash? First of all, if they did, I would accept it, because, you know, Ultimate's already jam-packed as is. How would you guys expect they end Smash? Until they literally run out of video game characters? They have every video game character in existence? That's a lot of Pokemon to put in the game, you know? There's probably more video game characters than there actually are people in the world. no shinies. What a surprise. I'll keep at it though. I'll do like 2 more encounters, then I'll call it a night. Alright, 1 more encounter. Alright guys, last encounter for tonight. Whoops. Come on, fingers crossed. Cross your fingers for me. Nope. Alright guys, I'm gonna call it for tonight. I'm gonna continue doing this on my own, but just not here. I will leave you guys with looking at all my shinies. Even though you can actually just see one of them. I actually got 6 of these legit. Everything else I used the blink method. You know, it wasn't until, before I end this, it wasn't until Mesprit that I actually decided, you know what? I'll burp. No. It wasn't until Mesprit that I decided I would try to get some actual good natures for these. Because the blink method even tells you what the nature is going to be. Before that, I was just going for the first shiny chance I could get. So with Mewtwo, I got a lax nature. I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of these natures mean. Modest might be a good one. I don't know. These ones I got randomly because I did these 3 legit. Random natures. It wasn't until Mesprit that I was like, you know what? It's a roamer. It's a really hard shiny to get. I may as well just try to get a good nature for it. Because why not? So I looked up. I googled it. What's the best nature for Mesprit? Modest was what popped up. So I'm like, I'll try to get a modest one. As of, I looked up best nature. It said either modest or timid. And I'm like, I got modest for Mesprit. Let me get you with timid. So I just kept on looking up best nature for these Pokemon. And then these 2 took an absolute pain. These were so painful to hunt. I'm like, I don't care about the nature. I never cared about natures anyways. This one, well, I tried. I tried to get a good nature. I got told Bold was a good one. After I already caught it. But I did Google Bold was good for Cresselia. This one was random. This one... Yeah, this one I did purposely get timid. Because I looked up and it said it was good. Well, that'll be it for tonight. Bye, guys.